Hi, today I will talk about the early Romans and their enquisters. Let's start. Italy before Roma. Italy looks like a long boot, and running down its spine are the Apennine Mountains, which can rise up as high as 10,000 feet in the north-central part of country. The southern part of Italy eventually became referred to as Greater Greece. North of Roma, there were settlers coming down from Central Europe to find fertile lands. Volcanos. So, as you can see in the picture, they were made of a ceramic ware. It was kind of rough to touch and was handmade by Colin. And you see in the second picture, the violins were fond of making helmets. And you see in the last picture a large valve, typically an underground one for burying the dead. Rome and the Etruscans. At a time when the great civilizations of Egypt and Mesopotamia were already building multiple pyramids and ziggurats, the early inhabitants of Rome were simple settlers living on the hills. There was the Capitoline, the Palatine, the Esquiline Hills, and in between a valley where the nearby Tiber River would often flow and where hillside streams and springs flowed. The Tiber River actually reached in floods just in 16th and 17th centuries. The people of ancient Italy and Italians of Bronze Age. Ancient Italy peoples diverse in origin, language, tradition, stage of development, and territorial extension who inhabited Roman Italy, a region heavily influenced by Greece. The Etruscans formed the most powerful nation in pre-Roman Italy. The Greeks called Etruscans Tyrrheni or Tyrrhoni, while the Latins referred to them as Tusci or Etruscia. So now I will talk about the Bronze Age of Italy. First, we have the early Bronze Age, and second, we have Middle Bronze Age, and third, we have the recent Bronze Age, and the last, we have the final Bronze Age. You know, every different age has different features, different cultures, different inventions, and these are different from each other. Etruscans, trading and mining with Greeks, Phoenicians of ancient Carthage in North Africa, and even the Latins they developed into the people north of Roma, whom we call the Etruscans. So basically, we called north of Roma Etruscans. The Etruscans took over the Roma in the later 7th century BCA and decided to create a forum. So this sentence is really important for the history. Villanovans evolved into the Etruscans, and I'm sorry, I just made a mistake there. I want to say Villanovans evolved into Etruscans, so not Rato from was Etruscans, but was Etruscans. There's a story about Herodotus in the 5th century BC went about talking about the story of Vildans who had to divide their population, and half of the population got a ship and sailed to Italy, but there is no evidence to support this story. So basically, it says there is a story about Vildans, but of course, we don't know if it is true or not. So it's a like not a true story, I think. Etruscan society and Greek art in Etruria. There was separation between rich and poor people. There were iron stamps used as money before coins existed. You know, before money found, the old people really used different things as money, and spirits, iron piece was one of them. Gold wire called flicker, and tiny balls of decoration called granulation. As you can see, I add a picture to defining it. Greek culture and art were popular in Etruria. Some of the most famous Greek vases were found in Etruria in Etruscan tombs. So, as I add a picture there too, you can see it's a Greek vase, and I can say that this is so beautiful. Tombs in ancient Rome. The name comes from this painting, which shows Charon, the god or diamond who transfers souls to who transported souls to the land of the dead. You're probably more familiar with the version in which he pulls a boat across a river, but the idea that he drives a carrot is also unseen. Painting is about 12 feet long. You can see the painting there. Shows what appears to be a strange and bloody funerary ritual or even maybe a blood sacrifice for the dead. I added two pictures there, and they represent the different things. And these two sections are different from each other. Yeah. So this is a different tone, and this is a different tone. The early Roman form and Plano. The early Roman forum was important form in ancient Rome, situated on level ground between the Palatine and Calpatine hills. The Roman forum was a scene of public meeting, law courts, and gladiatorial combats in Republic times. So, Rome forums are really important for the, um, you know, Romans because they simply did everything from for their like meetings, courts, and some combats. Populonia, an ancient and very important Etruscan city, is one of the 12 centers called to the Capuli. The city stated they were part of Etruria. Reminders of this glorious past are still visible today. In a small and charming center with an elevated position and remarkable ruins. Located on top of a hill surrounded by a crystal clear sea, the ancient settlement is in a dominant position on one of the promontories that form the Gulf of Barati. So I give some information about the Poplania, and it is a important Etruscan city. Thank you for listening. See you.